Up next is one of our favorite recent family moments where we were able, as a family, to pull a fast one on Grandpa John. Here's a little backstory. Back in spring of 2012, Dad had a severe heart event leading to a rush Mercy ER visit and a subsequent life flight to OHSU. After a few days of deep sedation to stabilize his heart condition, it led to a long open heart surgery. As he began to come around in recovery, the ventilator was removed and he could only whisper to speak. Due to heavy sedation, he was quite disoriented with his situation. His initial words were, anxiously, "I think it's time we go to Portland." We all shed joyful tears, being so thankful he was back with us, but also had to giggle a little under our breath, knowing he'd been at OHSU for 4 days. He'd been so deeply sedated that he didn't recall any of the Mercy ER visit, life flight, or surgery. When he looked up at me, standing next to him, he then looked up at me and saw me standing next to him. With him being the ultimate conversationalist, he asked, "So, where did you go to school?" Assuming I was one of his doctors. I replied, "The same school you did." He looked directly at me so inquisitively and said, "Nah, I would have known you." He continued his interrogation by next saying to me, "Are you Canadian?" As you can imagine, Mom Nancy and I were so confused by his comments. And Mom then leaned forward and said, "John, you were in Portland at OHSU, and this is your son, Ryan." Dad looked so perplexed, almost not believing her. As his memories quickly returned, he was able to recognize and acknowledge each of us. We were so thankful that it wasn't his time yet. Over the next couple of years, we never forgot this classic inquiry, and would often refer to it when the family was all together. Interestingly enough, my grandfather, Claire Bromwell, my mother's father, was of Canadian heritage. So we proceeded to joke around with Grandpa John regularly as to how we were all proud Canadians, except him. For my last birthday, Nancy found a peppermint breath spray at a joke shop that turns you instantly Canadian. In true Carter fashion, we decided to re-gift it to Grandpa John. So this past Christmas, we decided to play a little practical joke on Grandpa John with a surprise gift. Next is a short video of this humorous event we would all like to share with you. Please enjoy.